Hello children, today we will learn how to write a note. A note is a written communication. It is a sort of a short informal letter. It has to be brief, which means it has to be small and it has to be to the point. It contains things like date. It should include the name of the person who has written the note and the name of the person who the note is meant for. Also, you do not need to mention any address. See, for example, if you have to go out somewhere, okay, but your parents are not at home, how can you tell them that, okay, I'm going to my friend's house and I won't be home when you reach? One way is calling them. But suppose if you do not have your telephone or your cell phone, what do? You can leave a note. Write it down on a piece of paper that you're going to your friend's house and you will be back by a certain time so that your parents are informed. Now here you will see some examples of notes. See the first example, 30th May 2020. For Mummy, I'm going to Kritika's house. Will be back by 7:30 p.m. Amrita. So here, what is Amrita trying to tell her mummy? She's trying to say that you are not there at home, but I have to go to this friend's house and I will be back by 7:30 p.m. Since she cannot personally tell her, she is leaving a note for her. Now, there are a few rules that you should keep in mind when you're writing a note. What are they? A note never has any address mentioned on it as a letter does. So as I told you before in the beginning of this video, when you're writing a note, you do not need to include any address. The language used is very simple. The note is usually written in simple past or simple present tense. So when you're writing a note, make sure that you use simple language and you use simple past or simple present tense when you're writing. A note should also be small and brief, which means it should not exceed 2 to 3 lines. Look at more examples which are given on your screen. 17 June 2020. For Mr. White, your parcel is kept on your desk. It arrived early this morning. M.A. Iyer. So children, can you tell me what are the different things included here? First, they have given the date. So the person has to know, right, when this note was written. Then it also mentions the name of the person for whom this note is meant for. At the end, you also see the name of the person who has written this note. And we will see that this note is only of 2 sentences. So they have kept it small and they have kept it brief. Next example, 20th May 2020 for Chitra. Had come for my Harry Potter book, but you were not at home. Please send it back as soon as possible. Meera. So Meera went to this person's place, to Chitra's place, but since she was not at home, she was not able to collect the Harry Potter book. And she's asking her that she needs this book and to send it to her as soon as possible. So instead of making this whole information long, she has written 2 sentences. Next example, 15 January 2020 for Ritu Didi. Swapna had called. She will be coming home this evening to meet you. Please be there at 6 p.m. Shilpa. Now Shilpa has written this note for Ritu and she says that someone is going to come to meet her in the evening at 6 p.m. For some reason, Shilpa is not directly able to tell Ritu or give Ritu this information. So she has written this note and she has also mentioned the date on top. So children, with this we finish explanation for note writing. Okay, note writing is very simple. The only things you need to keep in mind are that you include the date, you write the name of the person who this note is meant for. You also write the name of the person who has written this note. Make sure that you use simple past or simple present tense when you're writing. And the note should not be very long. It should only be 2 to 3 lines. Okay, so with this we complete explanation for note writing. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and take care.